Hey YouTube, Wheelchair21, and this is the rolling review for Transformers Generations Warpath. Warpath became a chaser figure when Dark of the Moon came out and canceled part of the Generations line. He is now going to be in the final wave of Generations for now, which will be coming out with Wreck-Gar Junkion, and that. A funny thing is I somehow found this with a Thundercracker one day, and I picked up the Thundercracker for Darkon, and I picked up the Warpath for myself. I do kind of want Thundercracker now, maybe, and I do and I don't. We'll see what happens when I go out to Target, next week. If I find it, boom, I'll pick it up. If I don't, I won't. If I find Cup, hell, yeah, I'm gonna pick up Cup because I got down here a beautiful Reveal the Shield version of Rodimus. Yes, Rodimus makes his trolling appearance into this review. I will pick up Cup and I'll pick up Blur and add him to that, so I can try to do kind of like a, homage to the G1 movie. Okay, so anyway, this is Warpath. Warpath is a G1 Transformer, originally. This is the Generations line. Please don't get me wrong. Or catch me wrong. And it is a remold, similar to the original. Like, remold, new style figure. And based on the original. Warpath was a G1 figure. Mostly appears in Season 2. He's one of the few militaristic, Transformers on the Autobot side, during G1. He has a missile firing gimmick, which I hate missile firing gimmick toys, which fires pretty far. And it's easy to lose the missile. It's right now just under the camera, but I don't give a goddamn rat's ass. The figure itself is a pretty easy transformation, and it's slightly malformed when you transform it. One of the first things you usually need to do when transforming it is actually picking up the front here and pulling it all the way back till it looks like this when you're transforming it. You're then going to want to fold up his missile pack, his 4-shooter, and his regular missile and firing gimmick part inwards to each other so that it looks like this. Eventually then, on the side here, you lift these little tabs up here, and you flip your arms down, and you see this here is where the hand is. You pop the hand down, and then flip this over. You'll do the same on the left arm as you do the left as you do to the right. And it's an easy transformation for both sides. Once doing that, you pull a 90-degree on the shoulders and get that ready. Now the legs are a little bit difficult. You gotta slide out this part from the peg and pull it down and then swap it in and lock it in like this. So you got it nice. And then spin it. If it's like this, you spin it a nice 90-degree, and do the other spin it 90-degree, pull out, pull down, lock into place, and you're practically done. This is Warpath right here. Then you pull down his front piece right here, this little tab, flip it inside. It's one giant 90 degrees, so that when you're done, it looks like a giant L right here, and you pull it down in. This little tab right here will lock into place on the abdomen, and you have Warpath. You pull the arms down once you lock in Warpath. Actually, you could have kept the arms the way I had them originally, but I always forget that. You then flip up this little headpiece here. Alright, now, let me revise that. Up here on the top of his head, you have this little flap here. And you pull it up, and there's his head. To get his head out, you actually have to push down real hard on his cannon, and it pops it up. The toy shows you to show it like that, push it all the way in, and so it sticks out like through here, if you can see it. It's hard to see with the light how it's hitting it. A thing, though, is in G1, though, the cannon doesn't go fully in. It goes approximately about to there, where these little notches are on the actual cannon itself. There's some notches on it that it's hard to really see for the way the light glares. But it goes out to about there from G1 standards. So this is a more accurate version of Warpath when you pull out his cannon quite a bit. The posability is quite nice. You have a full 360-degree on the shoulder. You can spin it all the way around. This goes for a 90-degree. This goes 90 and spins 360 on both sides. The legs, however, spin back and forth, so it goes to a full 90 here, full 90 back, spins 360, and it does the 90-degree here. The legs, however, you can lean it forward to do like a dash, like a rolling dash. And that's a cool thing about Warpath is that you can actually roll him on his wheels. The problem is he only has 2 wheels on his treads, which kind of makes it a little harder to roll him without hearing a grinding sound on whatever surface you have him on, which pisses me off. I kind of wish they would have added an extra set of wheels, like 1 wheel to each other tread, so at least you had 2 on each so you could roller skate him. But I guess that's a bitch to other fans because they don't like their shit wobbling around and rolling about. When I got this, it made me think of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Zenith, not Zenith, but the Centaurus Megazord, for the fact that it was quite bulky and it didn't have militaristic, but it would roll on its legs and like roll about and do stuff, like do tackles and stuff. This Warpath, I always like think when I first saw him in the show when I was not really paying attention to G1 and noticing he was an Autobot, I actually thought he was a Decepticon just because he was militaristic. And his Autobot logo is not really caved in well. That far away, you could almost, on this version of the toy, you can almost see it as a Decepticon because it's black and not like a red. Since he is red on it, they can't make it red, so they made it black. So it does get confusing to those who don't know G1. The figure itself, like I said, it has great posability for a Transformer, and it has an easy combination transformation. It's a wonderful figure. One thing that I do notice is that the missile here, you can slightly stick in here to do like a kind of shoot-off effect. A slight shoot-off effect to, blast at people. I'll kind of display it. Hopefully if I don't get it jammed this time like I did last week when I tried doing this review. You can slightly put it in there and you get like a little actual thing. If you could like put like some, I don't know, colored paper, like a smoke cotton, you can actually make it look like it's actually flying out of the main cannon, which is a cool thing. I might do that for a screen thing for my Facebook photography and stuff that I do, or that I plan to do eventually if I ever get my lazy ass up to do it. Also, you can see like his shoulders here. He has a few turrets here on his shoulders, the regular cannon that he has in tank mode, and it's a wonderful figure. Out of the Generations lines, I hope to grab what I can and see where I go from here. I still have Dark of the Moon, Megatron, and Shockwave to review, and I do also have Deluxe Crankcase. So look forward to those other Transformer reviews. Check back to some of the old ones if you haven't seen them. And this was Wheelchair 21, and this was a rolling review. I'll see you later, YouTube.